Claims processing, basically the paperwork. Basically all the paperwork, but most of the time, right now, it's not paperwork. PDF, EDI files, and websites that look like they were built in 1997, which is around the time my family got their first computer. Maybe it was 90. Maybe it was 90. No, like 94. I think 94 was my first computer. AOL dial-in. I'm sure some people on the webinar remember that.
I don't, sorry. But we have a question. Speaking of people on the webinar, we have a question. Will your bots work with all CPT codes or only specific one? And that's actually...
It will work with all. It will work with all, and we will train it for the subset that your clinic or hospital or practice uses. So when we take into account intelligent modules to pick ICD and CPT codes, we don't have to take into account all of them, only the ones that are relevant to us. So by us, we're going to have a general model that we will configure to a clinic's needs. So it will work for all of them. But I'm sure it will be difficult if we wanted to work on all of them. If we took the whole subset of all of them, it would be much more difficult. But this is rarely the case that we see with clients. Usually they have, a subset of max, 200-300 codes they use.
That's how we design it. Okay, custom training to 200 or 300. Right, going back to claims processing. Okay, you already told that it's actually a lot of paperwork around claims, and that's exactly what it is. And here is probably another like a general process, basically claims creation and submission. This one is again for the billing service that we work with, and that actually takes over the charge entry monitoring process. So they had another bot that was actually monitoring the charge status. If everything was ready, if all the charge data was complete, we would post it to the claims creation. We would put all of the information into into their billing software, which is in this example was Athena. And again, for the compliance reason, they would have like a human bill review, clicking submit, and or if they would found anything went wrong, that's going to be a manual verification process by a human. That was actually daily, hundreds of appointments daily, and it sped up the claims creation process significantly. And the next one is actually, I think, one of my favorite ones that we ever did. So this one is, it was called CPT Edits, and it was done for a big diagnostic labs in Texas. And so they noticed that for some of specific claims they were preparing daily, it was around 200-300 a day, they would have like a known anomalies. So over and over again, some claims would have some messed up modifiers and would needed additional modifiers.
Because of their system, or do we know why these anomalies would happen?
So that would be like the claims would be generated by the system, by the previous bot actually, but some of them would require additional, let's say anomaly fixes. So they identified 6 scenarios. 4 of them were modifiers. 1 was like a CPT change. You need to change one CPT to another. And one of us was Medicare. And now, when I'm looking at it, I'm wondering if it was Medicare or Medicaid, because I always
messed them too. Yeah. My dad has one of them. I can never remember which one's which.
So let's assume it was Medicare.
No, Medicare is when you go on retirement, and you can get Medicaid earlier if...
Are you sure?
Yeah, because aid is like if...
Oh, aid is like
help. Aid is like help, right?
Okay.
So if you meet certain financial, borders or...
Yeah, so I could make it wrong, but yeah. Anyway, 6 scenarios. If we detected any of them, we actually apply the fix. So add this modifier to change the CPT code and just hit create and submit. So the claim wouldn't be denied, because with that scenario we would know for sure that that's going to be denied.